Hi guys, it's Amy from Little Farm Quilts. It is Thursday. I'm looking at my computer because I can't seem to remember the date. I'm not sure why. March 19th. Um, yeah. So I was watching Martini to Stitcher, to Martini Stitcher last night, and I liked the way that she did her floss tube yesterday. She put the life update last. That way, for those that want to piece out after all the stitching, they can, and then you can still have the life update. Sorry, my eyes are drier than dry. So I think I will do it that way. Um, yeah, we're just going to do it that way. I started, let's see, what have I done this week? I have to apologize. My intent was to do daily videos, whether it be here or on Facebook. Last night I did none. Um, and that'll be part of the life update, but I just did not have it. I didn't have the energy, I didn't have the gumption, and I really had nothing to show you. So, yeah. And this one probably won't be super long, to be quite honest with you. But since I talked last time, I started sewing the next release for the Bloomtopia quilt. Oh, I should have brought my Bloomtopia cross stitch down. I did stitch release 4 of the cross stitch, and that's done. So I'll have to show it to you next time. I'll try to remember that I didn't show that to you this time. I cut out all the pieces just like I said I was gonna for release 4 of the Bloomtopia quilt, and I've started to sew them. But last night, I don't actually think I stitched at all last night. I'm trying to remember, did I stitch at all? I didn't. I do plan to sew a little bit tonight after I get this video done because I have to wait for it to upload anyway, so it just makes sense for me to stay down here and sew. Yeah. I don't think I stitched last night at all. I did stitch this morning, so that's good. So let me show you what I've been working on. I've only been working on 2 cross stitches. They've been new starts for me this week. And I want to start more. And how sad is that? Like, so Caroline from Off the Grid Needle Arts did this hashtag self-care new start or something like that. And I'm thinking, I think everybody needs a little self-care right now in the times that we live. So maybe I will do a self-care new start. And I have lots of things I want to start. So maybe I'll throw it out to you guys. And maybe I'll make you choose. Maybe I'll have you vote. I don't know. I think that sounds like a good idea. But, I don't know. We'll see how I feel after I'm done with the video, I guess. Or as I'm doing the video. Heart and Hand, Birds and Bees. I started this on good old 14 count Aida. It's with Chelt. It's Venetian stone. And I'm almost down to the bottom of the beehive. I don't like the glare of that light. But there you go. Bottom of the beehive. It seems to have taken me forever to get that part of the beehive done. But I've also been working on another one. And I'm not sure what I will be stitching tonight. I know I'll be sewing first and then maybe stitching. And I have lots of choices for new starts. Oh my gosh, how am I ever going to choose one? I don't know, because I got more in the mail today, which is my haul that I'm going to show you today. The other one that I've been working on is Henpecked. This was the one I started before our stitch along video on, I think Wednesday, wasn't it? Losing track of the days. They're all starting to blur in together. I did exactly what I said I was going to do in that video. I didn't like how it was parchment. Weeks Dye Works parchment. It wasn't showing up, so I ripped it out and I started it in white. So you can see there the white's going to show up much better. This star down here, wrong hand, right there. Can you see that? That's in the parchment. And that does not show up very well. I got the camera in a new position right now. And the white shows up much better. Let's see if I can... Everybody shows them next to their head. I don't know why that is, because it doesn't seem like you can see it there either. But there you go. Right there. See how that star does not show up, but the chicken does? Yep. I've ripped that star out, and I'm... What color did I change it to? I changed it to Weeks Dye Works Whitewash. And I'm going to do that because it shows up much better. But those are the two that I've been working on this week. I do have one in my bag, which is the, it's my work bag, I'm sorry, for those of you that haven't been with me. Did I even introduce myself during this video? I don't think I did. I'm Amy from Little Farm Quilts. Welcome. Sorry. My brain is so fried this week. It's the Real Housewives of Cross Stitch Hello Spring, the first one they came out with. I did buy the other two, and they're printed out here. But I have not stitched. That has been in my bag as my work project. That has not been stitched on at all this week. It may get some stitching this week yet, but not yet. Okay. I'm saying an awful lot tonight. So let's go some haul. I got some Happy Mail today. The first thing I got from an Etsy shop because I really do like to support local business. I buy primarily from Fat Quarter Shop and shops on Etsy and Missouri Star Quilt Company. I just support the little guy. I'm a little guy. I have an Etsy shop. I do quilts for other people. I also work a full-time job. So, anyway, I like to support the little guy. But this is from Farmer's Attic on Etsy. They are located, I don't know if it says, oh, here's the card. Here, let me take the card off so I can show you the card. Because everybody else is doing this, I'm thinking I should do this too, to support the little guys. This is the Farmer's Attic. And it doesn't have an address. It says an online supplier of punch needle, cross stitch, wool applique, quilt patterns, threads, flosses, fabrics, linen, books, notions, and more. Let's see if I can, will that focus for you? It's not. My camera, I don't know what the deal is, but it does not want to focus. I think I can get things focused better on when I use my phone, to be quite honest with you. So with the order, they sent this, which is, it's a Pocket Testament, from the Pocket Testament League, and it's a story of perfect love. So it's basically a story about Jesus, which is good. But guess what I got? Guess what I got? Oh, and they sent me this little rubber thimble. I'm holding on to it because I want to remember to show it. Little rubber thimble, which I think is super cute. Doesn't fit on my fat fingers, but it's super cute. Put that in my little dish here. I have a little antique. I have several of these actually. These are vintage bowls that I have stuff here in here by my computer. I got ready, because I know some of you are wanting this. So excited. And the thing is, I can't really show you much of what's inside because they're all the charts. And I mean the charts, like the only color pictures on here are of two of the charts, but there are, I'm a Teresa Kogut fan. I'm a relatively new Teresa Kogut fan. I fell in love with these two that are on the cover. This has trees, or no, is it trees? Or yep, trees with birds on top. And the other side has sheep, going over a house. And the outside, it's 15 cross-stitch charts by Teresa Kogut. And I'm so glad I got this. So, so glad. She has other things that I really, really want. And I probably will end up buying them at some point. But for right now, this is good. The charts in here, I wish I could show you. But they're just straight on charts. No color picture of samples or things like that. So, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm happy that I got it. I'm happy that I spent the money on it. Of course, everything she does is a is a win anyway, right? But I just really like it. I like the primitiveness of them. I just like them. They're not totally prim. I don't think they're totally prim. I don't think they're totally farmhouse. I think they're kind of somewhere in between. And I'm really happy that I bought it. There are some things that I buy because I like the looks of them, and I get them here and I'm not as happy with them as I thought I was going to be, or I end up changing colors and fabrics and all that stuff. Hers I'm not going to do. I'm going to stitch them the way she wrote them. With the called for colors, now you guys know that I dye my own fabric, so we'll see. I don't even know, do these suggest fabric? Let me see. Let me read. Oh yeah, on each one it gives you a suggested fabric, and I may place an order for some suggested fabric. 32 count Patriots Brew from R&R. Picture This Plus 32 count Bramble. 32 count Old Town Blend Dying to Stitch. 32 count Parchment from Weeks Dye Works. Yeah. I would rather stitch them on an even weave versus a linen any day of the week. You guys know me. I struggle with linen sometimes, especially if it's not even weave and the X's seem to not be... Sorry, I get my eyes. The X's don't seem to be similar to each other. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes on linen that's not even weave, it just looks wonky to me and I don't like it. Maybe it's just because I haven't tried some of those linens. I have no idea. And I'm going to look at what's in my bucket. But I'm going to look for this other one first. The next one that I bought from was Double Cross Stitcher. They are located in Illinois. And I bought... It was on my wish list. I wrote it on my wish list. An hour later I bought it. I bought Huckleberry Farm by the Blue Flower. I love this one, and those of you that know me, I'm not a sampler girl, but I definitely know what I like, and I like this one. I really, really like it. I like the colors. So it's with DMC, Weeks, Classic Colorworks, and Gentle Arts. However, I'm going to do the DMC conversion, I think, because that's on here. I'm actually going to go through all my DMCs and see if I have them, and I might pull them down and look at them while I'm talking to you about my life update. So, but we'll see. This is stitched on 36 count Shale Linen by Picture This Plus, and I really like the gray mottled fabric. So I'm either going to, I don't know, find something in my bucket that's a linen that I'm willing to stitch on, and maybe Rit dye it to be kind of a mottled gray, or I'm going to take some 28 count Monaco and dye that. But either way. So she sent me, Andrea's her name, at Double Cross Stitcher. Good shipping, fast shipping, reasonable price. Really was good, nice. She sent me some free charts. So she sent me, this must be free chart awkward. It's called Welcome Friends. It's by Tiny Modernist. The second one she sent me was Peter's Day Out. Let me see if I can figure out the camera angle. And she sent me Forever Friends from Annie B's. Okay, Peter's Day Out is from Lindy Stitches. Forever Friends is from Annie B's Folk Art. I like getting charts, so that was fun. So, excuse me while I get up for just a second. Let me grab my DMC rings. As you guys know, I have all my DMC now hanging on rings, so I'm just going to go through as I chat. And this is where we're going to have the life update. This video is not going to be very long. It's impossible, I think, now to talk about a life update without mentioning the coronavirus or COVID-19, whatever you're calling it. Yeah, I think it's virtually impossible. So, and it's definitely impossible for me because I'm living it right now in a big way, being in the healthcare industry. So, every day, probably multiple times a day, we get status updates. Things change. The way we do business changes. And finally today, we've gotten the bulk of our office staff able to work from home. So our nurses are already in the field, not in an office, seeing patients. That being said, you know, it's been stressful because I think there's patients that we would normally see that we're not seeing because it would put them at risk unless they absolutely have to be seen. So that's kind of where we're at. We anyway, I was saying we have a lot of our team able to work from home. So what we're doing is staggering who works in the office certain days and who works from home the other days. And we started that today, so I don't go back to work in the office, I think, until next week sometime. I have an office set up here. My husband has an office set up here. He's now working from home, and we're doing what is advised, and we're trying to adhere to the guidelines. Okay, so I've said where I live before. I'm not going to say it again, but we do have confirmed cases in both the county we live in and the county I work in. And that's okay. I just think we're ready, Matt and I are ready to do what we need to do to kind of just be prudent about things. But I think with it comes a little bit of stress and a little bit of, you know, lots of questions from people, and yeah, I think it's caused a lot of anxiety in people, and I so understand that in one part of me, and then part of me, I still don't understand the whole run on toilet paper, I guess. But I guess in the end of the day, we don't have to understand it all, do we? We just have to kind of do our best. So Matt and I are doing our best, and we're going to work at home as much as we can. My staff is working at home. My scheduling staff is working at home as much as they can. My nurses are out in the field seeing patients. So nothing's really changed there. We're trying not to put people at risk. And I'd be interested to know how everybody else is kind of coping with changing how we do life. I mean, you know, my husband was saying he doesn't think he's going to be a good work from home guy because he gets too distracted. And I said, well, what's wrong with a little bit of distraction during the work day? I mean, I don't know, to be able to, we were just talking about it upstairs, to be able to walk away for a minute from the frustration and do something else, it's probably not a bad idea. So, I don't know, it just feels really weird. I gotta tell you, it feels super weird. Super, super weird. It really does. I don't, yeah. I don't really have words. I think for us, you know, we're in touch with our kids. We have 4 kids, all grown. We check in with them. 3 of them are outside of the state that we're in. You know, it is. I really don't have many of these colors, which, you know, that's always the way it goes, isn't it? Anyway, most of them are outside of the state that we live in, 3 of them out of the 4. So we check in with them a little more frequently, probably, just to see how they're doing, how things are going. But, you know, other than that, we're just trying to make the best of it. What are you guys doing? Is it stressing you out? It's not, I'm not going to let it stress me out. I will tell you that because I'm an insomniac, anything that happens that causes my brain to kind of jerk a little bit makes me sleep less. So I'm not enjoying that part. But it is what it is, you know. I mean, I can't change that part, unfortunately. So I'm not sleeping very well, but I honestly, I don't sleep well to begin with, so that's not really a thing. This is just one more thing in life where it detracts from my sleep. So tomorrow will be my first work at home day, and I'm hoping it goes well. Matt did a really good job. He set up his office at our dining room table. We have a fairly large dining room table, and he set up mine in one of the spare bedrooms, because being empty nesters, we have 3 spare bedrooms plus this computer down here in my craft area. So we definitely have the means to work from home comfortably. And so he set me up. I'm all set up. So all I had to do tonight was come home, plug everything in, make sure everything worked okay, and I'm set for tomorrow. I've already got everything set up, and I can just walk in there. And I think it might be a little cool to walk in my sweats and a t-shirt. That might be fun. That's how you guys see me, is sweats and a t-shirt or something, because that's what I'm comfortable in when I come home. So it is what it is. I'm almost done pulling the colors I have. Yes, I just coughed. No, I'm not sick. No, I have allergies really, and they're kicking in really bad right now. Okay, I don't have a ton of the colors. I have, for the Huckleberry Farm, that's the one I was looking at. This one? Oh. This one? I only have, and I don't even think I have, well, I know I don't have any of these weeks, because I hardly have any weeks. I might be able to look them up and see if I can come up with Classic Colorworks. I do have Classic Colorworks Black Coffee. It's not, oh yeah, it's right there. I see it. I might have to look up some of these weeks and see if I can substitute in Classic Colorworks and see if I can do that. But I've got some of the DMCs. I just don't know, you know, if I want to do this. Sorry, had to pop down and pick it up. If I had wanted to start this as like a self-care start, they're kind of pretty. Um, I would have to order the floss. Yeah, we'll see if yeah, maybe I'll do that and order the linen. I don't know. We'll see. I'll make up my mind and figure that out. But, so I could start that. This is Huckleberry Farm. I want you guys to vote, I guess. I'm going to give you a few, and I want you guys to vote. Huckleberry Farm Blue Flower is the first one. I have lots that I would like to do, but I'm going to give you 3 different ones. This is called Memorial Day by Hands On Design. And this is Prim Village by Lori Holt. And remember, on this one, I'm either doing just a row of houses or I'm doing a block of 4 houses. And I have all the floss for this one. The other 2, I have enough to start, but I don't have all the flosses. And vote. So we have Prim Village, Memorial Day, or Huckleberry Farm by Blue Flower. Any one of them I'd be happy to start. If you guys can vote and help me decide what my next start is going to be, that would be exciting. I can't wait. I'm happy to start all of them, and I will start all of them probably this year, but yeah, I'm happy to have you guys vote and decide for me, because honestly, I've made enough decisions today, and I'm not going to make another one. I'm probably going to sew and do a little bit more stitching and kind of maybe look at the floss requirements for Huckleberry Farm again and see if I can pull up pictures of these weeks and see if I can match them to a classic Colorworks. And we'll see what comes of that. Because either way, I'm starting Huckleberry Farm at some point. I just want you guys to tell me which one you want me to start next. All of these are getting started eventually. Okay? So everybody relax. Take a breath. Have a drink. I did. I had some bourbon cream tonight on ice, which I like a lot. And just spend some me time. Just an FYI, this Saturday, the 21st, is National Quilting Day. So if you're a quilter like I am, I think my bestie and I are going to be video chatting and quilting. Because that's another way you can stay in touch with people. It's awesome. I've been interacting a little bit on Instagram. However, I've not been posting pictures on Instagram. Sorry. I really kind of dropped the ball this week, but I'll try to pick it back up, okay? Alright, guys. Everybody have a great night. Do something that feeds your soul. Relax. Don't get too uptight.